everybody. So we are on video number 2 on the Folio, the interactive Folio. So I've got this one open, which really it's going to be behind. That swivels out. We have this fold out, which has a pocket behind it. Got journaling, spots, all kinds of fun stuff. This is just on the outside of the folio that's going to go in my journal. So on the inside, we have the bottle with a note in it, and you could put more here if you want to. On this side, though, I want to put a waterfall pocket, but I'm going to add a little bit more to it. This is going to actually be glued in to the journal. So this side, I have prepared to, I'm going to open that flap. I have prepared to go here, and we're going to add a waterfall to this piece. This piece is 7.5 scored at 1 inch by 6 3/4. Okay, 7.5 scored at 1 inch, and then 6 3/4. So you've got 7.5 across, 6 3/4, and that fits this really, really well. So it can open up on with this open or closed either way. So we've got that. Then I cut a piece to mat and layer here, about 6 1/4 by 6.5, just to fit in. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. That's going to be the background for our waterfall. And I am actually not doing the reverse side because we're going to spend the time right now on the waterfall mechanism, and then we're going to put it on this page. Okay, so we're going to make our own waterfall mechanism. You don't have to have a paper craft die. We're going to make our own. So take notes if you need to so that you can make your own. So we're going to glue this down on the outside. So we're going to just put this here. We want to put it right against that edge. Now this can actually be on top of our pocket, or it can go underneath depending on what we do with this pocket, but I haven't decided yet. So right now we're just going to leave it on top so that we can work on this. Now, to make our waterfall, I'm using a piece of double-sided. Doesn't have to be, but it's 12 inches by 3 inches. Now you can make them smaller, but I wanted to give you a little room in case you wanted to add pictures and that kind of thing. So what you do is you're going to take your 12 inch and score it in half. So that's going to make it 6 inches. Then once you score here at 6, 5, 4, and 3, you're going to do 3 more score lines. 6 inches, 5 inches, 4 inches, 3 inches. And then you're going to burnish those score lines. You can burnish them both ways if you want to. Just get a good score on there. Then for my pull, I'm just showing you, I am going to add ribbon right here at the bottom, because what this is going to do is it's going to pull my pictures. So I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a minute. All right, and I have my ribbon right here, and we'll put that in last. Okay, so I'm going to place my 3-inch squares, so I need 4 of them. Then I cut pictures to go on top of my squares in case I want pictures. And then I did go ahead and give myself some 4 squares and make journaling spot or whatever you'd like to do. You could add even more pictures if you want to. These squares and these squares are 2 3/4 inches. These squares are 3 inches, along with the waterfall mechanism is 3 inches. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and I don't have to put one on here, but I am going to, and I'm going to show you how it works. And should I use tape? I was thinking of using tape, but we're going to go ahead and use glue. And I'm just going to glue the top part of my square down right here. Just the top, up to the fold line. Okay. So right here is my fold line, and that's where I'm going to glue it. I might have to let it set up a little bit. Okay. Let me open this up. Then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take my square, and just the top, like half an inch or so, I'm going to glue it right here. So we're just gluing to this little 1-inch part right here. Just that. That's all you're gluing down. And I just want to make sure it sets. Because sometimes when I do it, I use tape because it's quicker, but we're going to do it this way. Then for my next line, same thing. We're going to just glue this top portion, hope you can see the glue, right here up to the fold line, the score line, right there where it glues. Okay. Then we're going to do this one. This is an amazing waterfall mechanism that you can make yourself. So super fun. Okay, so we want to make sure we're getting our glue in place and our squares are all lining up. Now this one is going to go up to that 6-inch score line where we folded it in half, right there. Okay, so while we're waiting for those to set, I'm going to take my pictures, and one of them kind of ripped a little bit, but that's okay. And I'm going to ink the edges. Now let me show you how this is going to work. I'm just going to hold on to this part here and pull this, and it's going to open every one like that. Okay? Do you see how that waterfall is working? Okay. So we're going to take our pictures and decide which ones we want on the top. And I might put the sunrise. I like that. So we're going to glue that one on here. And that's going to go right there. Then for the next picture, we're going to go ahead and fold that over, and we can put the 40th. Can't believe anything was 40 years ago, actually. Doesn't seem like it. Anybody else? Can I have anybody else agree with me on that? Okay, so then we're going to come up with this one. And I'm going to put my silly husband right here who's making mussels. We had so much fun on this trip. I just am so thankful that we were able to go and have these memories, you know, and just get away from everything. All right, so then we're going to go and I'll do my picture last. All right, are you getting all this? Picking up what I'm putting down? All right. So now these are all our pictures. While that's setting, I'm going to take my ribbon, and I'm actually going to I did put an eyelet here, and I did that so that we could pull on it and not worry about the paper ripping or anything. This is heavy duty cardstock, however, so just want you to know that. Okay. So then here we go. Here we are. This is our waterfall. So I'm just going to pull this and show you how it works. It's going to do this. All right. Now I did cut these out, but they don't really fit, and I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to cut them down. So I'm not going to probably use those today. But anyway. All right. So now we're going to take this. And my strip that I cut was 5.5 by 1 inch. And we'll see where I want that. So I'm going to pull it down here towards the bottom. Let me pull it, yeah, down here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually lay my waterfall here first. And then I'm going to put this. Where do I want it? Right here, I think. That would be good. Okay. So now I'm just going to take some of glue, and I'm going to put it on both sides like a belly band. So you see that? Okay. Then we're just going to set it down here at the bottom. All right. So we've got our mechanism in place. Now we need to glue, let me show you right here, we need to glue that to this belly band. So I'm just gonna put some glue right here at the end just right at the end. Do you see that? Okay, just right at the end. And we're gonna lay that on here. Let me show you how it works. There we go. We're just doing our magic here to make our belly band open up. But this bottom has to glue to that belly band right there. And then we can push that on there. It's okay. I think it's okay. So that is how you do your own waterfall. Now, if you didn't want your pictures to be 3 inches, you could make them a little smaller. You'd have a little more room down here. Okay. I love it. And I hope that you do too. This is really fun and really exciting to make for my fold out folio. So thanks so much for watching and have a great day.